Well,
The
there
Outlaws.
was a team called the Outlaws, but I'm not sure that's who they were going
Yeah,
on.
it's
Like,
just
I not
perhaps
that I
New
know.
Age
I
was
could
like
be wrong.
a new title for it.
Yeah, we'll have to look
Not
that one up.
actually anything to do with the old ones, but yeah, they're
Mm.
probably yeah. I'm pretty sure there was a team called the Outlaws. Yeah.
And here we go, Shamrock versus The Rock. Now I'm guessing this is going to be the next match, Matt. Um, there's
Yep.
definitely two more matches after this one because we know, well, we know there's the title match and we also know there's the Hell in a Cell. So once again, I believe that's the case. But hang on a minute, what's this? Could be wrong. See, I said I could be wrong. Looks like I am.
So what we getting now? Triple H is it or who is this
Yeah,
coming
it's
out?
hard to work out with this thing.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Yeah, I think it's Triple H.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm not sure what this part is all about, but I'm not sure he's wrestling. I think this could be a. Oh, he's the
Yeah.
European champion at this point. I've noticed as well. Triple H is God. There you go.
Well, that guy might have seen something that people were missing at that time. Like maybe he saw a bit of where his ambition would lead him.
Yeah. Yep. So we go a very different route. Now he's
And
doing the DX thing as well.
so China put in triple duty tonight.
Yeah,
Then.
very much so. Every time. This is her turning into her King of the Ring here.
And she's been effective in each of the matches as well,
Mm-hmm.
in the outcome.
Mm-hmm.
So could this be a third time that she is able to pull that off?
Now I'm not sure what the hell this is that we're getting here because he's not. It's not dress for wrestling, so I don't know if this is a match or what. I'm very, very confused with what's going on now. Who's this?
Ooh,
Oh, hang
this
on.
is going to be a good one.
Right, okay. So is he like sitting out there watching this finals, or
Oh yeah, I'm not sure actually. I mean,
I'm not sure if they made reference that he was last year's King of the Ring winner or something. Triple H. So if he's out there for that, I don't know, but I'm assuming. I thought when he took his top off, he was going to have a fight, but
yeah, that's what threw me. He ripped his shirt off, so I was thinking, okay, what is it, street fight or something?
he just wants to get one over on Jerry Lawler there with his top off. Wants to make sure. Number one fan. Can't get more shots than him on this show. So The Rock, the Intercontinental Champion, doing it alone, up against Ken Shamrock. Without a doubt, it's a big name that we all know The Rock now. That's for sure. The Rock with the sideburns. That was his thing as well, wasn't it?
Yep, sideburns and the eyebrow.
Yeah. And here we go, Ken Shamrock then. So, like I said, I think these two, they'd had the match at WrestleMania 14 for the Intercontinental Belt. So, a bit of history between these two guys. Shamrock looks absolutely mad. His eyes.
Yeah, he's always got that super intense look on his face.
Very intense. Those eyes. So The Rock not only having to go through Dan Severn, but he's now up against another Ultimate Fighter in Ken Shamrock,
Yeah.
who looks mad.
Definitely looks ready for this match.
Yeah.
He looks like The Rock just called his mum something. You what?
It's like The Rock's even worried about what he's going up against now. Shamrock swinging a kick. Now we're seeing what Shamrock breaking it up again. Lots of stuff going on here. Now at this point, Matt, would you have been like, even though The Rock was a heel, would you have been like enjoying The Rock, or would you have been against him sort of fully as it was on the storyline?
I think I would have been back in The Rock, because it's hard to dislike The Rock, even like when he is playing a heel character. Just the stuff that he does is mostly all the time funny, and it's hard to like dislike someone that can actually sort of taunt someone all the way while like beating them up.
I love how the fans are like, just get up, get in the ring. Yeah, I'm buying it.
Do you reckon at the time it was surprising to people that Shamrock got this far?
Yeah, I mean, I guess yeah and no. I mean, there does seem like a bit of a what's that, number one fan giving him some stick there. Watching, it does seem like he had his fans, Shamrock. But what's really interesting, just as a side note here, Matt, is that, like I said before, it's a very young adult audience, but you don't see these adult audience like today's ones that like to just, nowadays they'd all be cheering The Rock, I bet, and Shamrock would be seen as the guy that they're trying to push too heavy. But back here, even though it's an adultish audience, they're really buying into the product. Like, it's done so well that fans are not even rebelling in any way. Yet it's considered the most rebellious crowd of all times, the Attitude One. But you look at, is it a case, Matt, of them just knowing their audience back then more than they do now?
Oh yeah, I think they totally did. And I think, like you said, it's supposed to be a difficult to please crowd, but it really wasn't. All you had to do was bring out Austin, and they were like, yeah, that was always the trump card.
Yeah.
As soon as Austin was coming out, he could do no wrong.
Perfect example. They brought The Rock in as this young kid, and they just didn't take to him, so they wanted him to be the heel. Now look how much of a heel this guy is. Like, look how much people are giving stick to him, and how much of a rub that can give to another guy like Shamrock. You really wish they'd do that more and pounce on it fast, because this is the sort of results you get for that kind of stuff. If you go against the crowd, it's just never going to work in your favour. But if you go with it, it's really there. But these fans are really into what's going on in this match. No doubt about that. I think The Rock looked like, even though he'd been pushed into this, like he looked like he was having fun doing this whole persona and facade character. As we see him having a little two words with Triple H there.
Oh, we got a little bit heated there, isn't it?
I just noticed that China is over on the Spanish announced commentators doing commentary. She's got a headset on. That was interesting. She's just stood up, but she took them off. But she did have the headset on. That was very odd. She was doing that as well. Yeah. I'm not sure what the dialogue would have been now. See these two now brawling somewhat. I think even at this stage you could tell, even though The Rock had to go back slightly to take 2 steps forward, that this guy was going to be a big superstar. And again, only a year later at WrestleMania, he would be headlining WrestleMania. So really shows how much he came on as the heel. Again, he got popular towards the end of this year. He was known as the People's Champion. And then, of course, he screwed the people and become the corporate champion. As we know.
Here's a little bit of interesting information about The Rock during 1998.
Go on.
He was by Wrestling Observer newsletter, he was voted most improved wrestler.
No, there you go. I think that says it all, doesn't it? There. Yeah. Most improved, eh? That's saying something, isn't it?
Most improved and best gimmick and best interviews.
And there you go. It's all in one. So he did very well this year.
Yeah, he really shot up to stardom then.
Yeah. It just goes to show how things change and can change if it's done correctly.
And I always remember his Intercontinental title reign because he had some amazing matches, despite the fact that he only ever held it twice.
Yeah. Well, his first Intercontinental run was the babyface Rocky Maivia one, which wasn't overly great. The problem was they unfortunately just sent him out there and told him to smile, and they thought that was going to be it. Like that should please everybody. They didn't do enough to think about it, but. He really had to go this route to get back to stardom that he would always be. But look at the payoff for it. You just wonder why they never used that formula. Roman Reigns again, but you never know. By the time this goes out, maybe he has already become. But there's been many other guys, not just Roman Reigns in the past years, that's been the case. You just wish they just. Go with it, stop going against it. Just go with it, and let that guy do what they have to do to eventually get over with the crowd. Shamrock missed with the clothesline, Rock with DDT. Certainly all happening. It's almost like the Rock had to remember what he was doing then and just rolled up on him. Everybody really there's so many screaming fans. It's like so many people are really passionate about this.
Yeah, definitely very vocal at this fight.
It's crazy when you think about it. Now this would have been a time as well where I would imagine WCW would be getting slightly panicked about what was happening on their competition, because it was getting really edgy and good here with WWF with their stuff, and superstars were really coming into their own. As we see Triple H talking about this match. Can only assume he's out there because he was the last year's winner that we watched. And again, look how much he changed within a year, from Hunter Hearst Helmsley to this. Unbelievable.
I think when Shamrock came in here, he had quite an impressive MMA record as well, didn't he?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he did. Yeah, very. He after he finished up with WWE, he went back to UFC, so he was active again. What do you think of? What do you think's any matches so far that stood out for you on the King of the Ring, Matt? On this one that we've watched.
I would have been tempted to say, Eggpot, but it stands out for the wrong reasons.
Yeah. Yeah. None. I don't think any of the matches has been, like 5-star sort of, credit or anything like that. But I think again, it's worth pointing out to everybody that this is in an era where the Attitude Era was as much known about the wrestling, but as it was storyline. Like, it was very storyline, and nothing incorporated that more than if you watch WrestleMania 15. That is the WrestleMania that really is the Attitude WrestleMania for me. There's storylines going on in the middle of the pay-per-view. There's twists and turns going on it, and that for me is the WrestleMania of the Attitude Era for me. That one. And quick kick-outs, some false finishes going on here.
It always surprised me how little of a mark Shamrock left in the WWE history books, that he didn't really win that many titles.
Yeah, well, I think you said it before. Where I think he was somewhat underused, for sure. Not really valued enough. I think if they'd have